So I'm having my dinner here at McDonald's. I ordered a McRib with the fries, Coke Zero, and I got a free 6-piece nuggies. So yeah. So here it is. There's my fries. Here's my free 6-piece nuggies, and I got the honey to dip them in. And here is my... Oof. You know, somebody told me it had changed this time, but it's not the same. So I'm gonna try it and see. Okay, so let's try a fry. Good, crunchy, fresh. I'm telling you, McDonald's in Harlan never disappoints. I've never gotten anything bad from here. And the workers are always really nice. I know I've said that before, but... Ooh. I'm going to dip this in this McRib sauce. Good. Very good. And it's nice to hear the workers communicating with each other about the orders. Kind of reminds you of one of those old-time diners when it's really busy. There's nobody else in here now, but the drive-thru is packed. So, I'm gonna eat and see what else I can do tonight. So, it started getting busy in there, so I stopped filming. But everything was good, and there was a guy came in and ordered a double quarter pounder, but wanted 6 pieces of meat on it. I could not imagine 6 pieces of meat on a double quarter pounder. Whew. Anyway, okay, so I'm waiting on way to get off work. It's a little after 6 o'clock. I know when it's dark. So let's see what we can get into. So, I decided to come home and just talk with you. If you watched my previous video, you would see that I went to the cemetery over the veteran cemetery where my dad was buried. And, you know, it brought back a lot being over there. I don't guess that I showed it in the video, but I did. You know, my video was in clips, but I did stay for a little while. In the video, it looked like I just stayed for a few seconds, maybe a minute, but I stayed for a little while. And I am not telling you this because I want you to feel sorry for me or anything like that, because this does happen to people. And I found out that I'm not the only one this has happened to. When my mom is at a nursing home. She's been there for a while, since at least 2020, I think. And, my dad got sick. He passed in 2023. And I lived in a little house on the property where my mom and dad were, and Way and I took care of them, and it was a pretty good little setup. And Dad passed, and then I find out that they still own the house. I think it was like 20,000 or somewhere around there. Of course, it was in his and Mom's name. Then I found out that there were liens on the house. So after Dad passed, and I was like, okay, I can do this. Well, me and Way can do this. Yeah, I smoke. Sorry. Didn't know if you saw that in any other of my videos, but I'd go crazy if I didn't smoke. So, okay. And I drink Red Bull. Yeah, smoke, Red Bull, and coffee. That's my thing. My jam. Anyway, so I thought, okay, Wayne and I can do this. And the water went out. We had always had well water, and it was really good well water, but the pump had went out, the main big part. Okay, and then the heat pump went out. And so Wayne and I stayed in our little house, and everything was okay. We thought, okay, we can fix this, we can do this. But then I started looking into how much it was going to cost to do all this and to keep all this. Not worth it. So I thought, okay, let's buy a house. Looked for a long time, and then the lady who owned this house was renting it to a gentleman who was in a wheelchair, and she was wanting to sell it. She was older, and she had one son, and from what she told me, he wouldn't know what to do with all her properties, so she wanted to sell it, wanted to get rid of it. So she gave me a really, really good deal on it. And of course, I knew it was a fixer-upper, but it was a good deal. So, hey,
what are you doing?
Making a video.
Cool. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
See you later.
It's my neighbor. Hi, Selena. I know you watch my videos. Thank you. So, anyway, I got this house, and I was kind of mad at my dad for a while after that. For leaving me in that position. I felt that it was like a backstabbing, and then I was trying to deal with the emotion of hospice, because when he was in the hospital, I signed the papers for hospice, and I regret that now, because every little bit they came in there and they would turn the oxygen down, and he went fast when they did that. So I regretted that, and it was a lot. It was a lot to handle. And today, going back over there for the first time in over a year, that was a lot. So I came home and I took a nap, and I did a reset, and I'm in a lot better mind frame now. But I just wanted to tell you, but I'm not the only one that's happened to. I found out there are quite a few that, parents, husbands, wives left bills. And I'm thankful, though, that my name was not on any of it, so I did not get stuck with it. And I did have the choice to just let it go and start over. For a while, I did have that homesick feeling. My cigarette has gone out. I did have that homesick feeling, but that slowly is going away. But there it is. I just thought I would open up and let you know what was going on and what's happened, and that you're not the only one that this has happened to. It happened to me. I'm not the only one. I know other people that this has happened to that have told me about it. So yeah, life can be hard, but it was a total blessing and a miracle that I was able to get out of it so easily, or what I look back now and see as easily. It worried me at the time. I think it gave me some gray hair at the time, because it was hard. It was really hard. But okay, it's done. It's finished. I forgive him. I hope he forgives me for the hospice situation. Because if I had that to redo, I would not do that. And I don't know how you feel about it, and I don't know how hospice is where you are, but in Lexington at Baptist Health, no, I would not, because there for a long time I did refuse to sign it, and then I just kind of broke over and was like, well, they talked me into it pretty much. But anyway, okay, so there it is. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.